And when the call went out that American firefighters were needed in Israel following the October 7th attack, Florida responded without hesitation. Here now to talk to us about this experience is Lieutenant Aston Bright. He's a South Florida firefighter who lent a helping hand to those in need in Israel. Aston, thank you for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me on. I'm glad to be here.
Lieutenant, I know you spent the past 2 weeks in Israel as a firefighter. This is just remarkable. Running calls. What did you see? What did you witness?
So one of the most extraordinary things about running calls along the Gaza border is getting a fire alarm and getting on the truck and going to a location that was hit by a rocket attack. Not the type of thing that we would typically run here in Plantation, Florida. I'm with the Plantation, Florida Fire Department, and it's not something I think I could ever get used to. Also, I think one of the most extraordinary things was not only were we fighting fires, but dealing with normal, more routine calls, car accidents, people stuck in elevators, apartment fires. But then we also had to deal with the unfortunate side effects of this war. So dealing with people getting injured and their property destroyed by rockets.
Right now, we're also looking at video of the wreckage there in Gaza, along the Gaza Strip. What prompted you to go ahead and make that call and go help in Israel?
Well, I belong to an organization called the Emergency Volunteers Project. It's an organization that was started in 2007 by Adi Zahavi in Jerusalem. And what he does is he comes to the United States to recruit American firefighters and trains them in Israeli tactics in order to send them to Israel in times of war. And since October the 7th, the EVP sent 65 American firefighters to Israel to help from 11 different states. And there was another 700 that applied to go. So I'm part of a very dedicated team of firefighters who really believe in protecting and helping the state of Israel. And by the way, when we do protect Israel, we're talking about everyone who lives there. So there are Muslims, Christians, and Jews who live in Israel, and we go there in order to protect everyone who is in Israel who's in need.
I'm sure it is really nice to be back home, and I'm sure your family is happy too, but do you have this urge to go back after what you saw?
I think the most important thing is that, I'm a firefighter, so when somebody calls for help, I'm always ready, willing, and able to go. While it was incredibly dangerous to be there, I can tell you that me and my brothers and sisters who traveled 10,000 miles from the safety of our homes to go, one of the reasons we did it was because we wanted to make sure that the people of Israel knew that they were not alone in this fight for their existence. And I would absolutely go back should I be needed again. And tonight I'm really just thinking about the 170 or so hostages that are still stuck in Gaza, locations unknown, and I'm hoping that they safely will return back to their families.
Yeah, we are praying that they return back to their families. What is it that you want the public to know about what you witnessed in Israel?
I think one of the most important things is that people shouldn't have to live under rocket fire and being attacked. I think the most important thing that we have to keep in mind is that Israel definitely has a right to defend herself when she's attacked, and we need to let them do what they need to do in order to remain safe. So my mission was a humanitarian mission. I'm not a politician, so I don't ever like to get into the politics. But what I can say is that the people of Israel are still healing from this terrible terrorist attack that happened to them. And the United States firefighters, the 65 of us that went to Israel, are hoping to just bring a little bit of light in order to help them heal from this terrible tragedy. And we stand together with Israel, because an attack against Israel is an attack against the United States. And we were glad to go there to represent our fire departments and our states and our country.
Lieutenant Aston Bright, thank you for your time and thank you for your courage. We are praying for
Thank you
peace.
so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.